and we are here, as we all know, to celebrate Madhusudhan ji and his wonderful contribution to Baba's love through his music. And what more can one do except to express love through music, and which apparently is one of the easiest ways, and that's what Madhusudhan was into. And I don't want to take too much time, but there is some introduction that Shailaja is going to read, and and anything that we miss, I'm sure we have Bill Cliff and a lot more others who can add to the richness of Madhusudhan. And so much can be said about Madhusudhan dating back to 1949 when he met Meher Baba. So, with that said, we'll start it off with some introduction that we put together. And Shailaja, you want to take over?
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. This information that I'm going to be presenting about Madhusudhan has been taken from a video made by Meheram 7, and it's a documentary which was presented on August 23rd of 2020 last year. So, Madhusudhan Sridhar Pund. This name has been immortalized due to several bhajans and songs that this great soul composed and sung, praising his beloved Avatar Meher Baba. Even today, though Madhusudan is not amongst us, the magic created by his bhajans continues to mesmerize us. He was the poet laureate in the court of the Emperor of the universe. Madhusudan had humble beginnings. He was born in a village in Satara district in Maharashtra, India, on the second anniversary of Baba's silence on July 10th, 1927. His father lost his job and the family had to move to Pune to make both ends meet. He could attend school only up to 4th standard. And growing up, he did a few odd jobs here and there and finally got hired as a lab assistant in Pune Medical College. Madhusudan's mother was religious and was commonly found in most Brahmin families. She had small idols of gods and goddesses that she worshipped daily. Madhusudan found it irrational that his mother was spending money on buying items of worship in times of abject poverty. One morning, his mother found the idols missing and she questioned Madhusudan about those. He retorted, saying he drowned them in the river. His mother sighed and said, "You fool! Had you sold them, we could have gotten some money out of it." Madhusudan had a melodious voice and was a lover of music. He was also fond of chewing pan. Now, pan is something that is very common in India. People chew pan after either any meal, whether it be lunch or dinner. Pan is actually betel leaves along with betel nuts and slaked lime and a few other ingredients that people like to chew. So Madhusudan loved having pan, and he would go to this pawn shop that was close to his house every night after dinner. The shopkeeper there had two other regular customers, and those were Ramchandar Rao and Sadashiv Rao Gaikwad. And these two would visit the pawn shop at the same time Madhusudan did. So they became friends, and Ramchandar Rao was an accomplished singer himself with a very sonorous voice. He discovered Madhusudan's passion for music and invited him to join the weekly programs that he would attend. And this was at Bundelu's place for the weekly gatherings for Meher Baba. This is where Madhusudan met L.V. Tade, Ramchandar Gadikar, Dr. Ghani, and all such people who were mentoring the young group. This is how Madhusudan was drawn to Baba's love orbit, completely unconscious of how his life was going to transform with this. So it was his passion for music that brought him closer to Meher Baba, and he could not have channelized this passion in a better way in this life. In Madhusudan's words, धर्म कर्म का ज्ञान नहीं था, मैं तो सुर का दीवाना था, उस सुर ने ही जोड़ा नाता, उनसे हो गया नेहा. This means I was not aware of religion and rituals. I was only crazy for music. That note or that sur connected me with God and brought me closer to Baba. Before Baba left his new life in October 1949, Madhusudan, with some other people from Pune, had the fortune of meeting Baba. The day before the actual meeting, though, he had a dream where he walked into a temple. An old lady sitting there asked him if he wanted to meet God, and Madhusudan nodded in affirmation. She replied that he would have to check with his mother as it could be a one way street. Madhusudan insisted, and the lady took him holding his hand. In his dream, Madhusudan saw a glorious and resplendent figure. And then he woke up. Since Baba was not meeting anyone at that particular time, Adi had advised the group to stand on the road from Mehrabad to Mehrazad, and he said that he would be driving the car in which Baba would be sitting. He would slow down so all of them could have a glimpse of Baba, nothing more. But Baba was so generous. He asked Adi to stop the car. He called everyone to the car, and Madhusudan stood frozen. He could not move, as seeing Baba, he had the same vision of God as he had seen in his dream. Baba called him and put his hand on Madhusudan's head, and that was the turning moment in his life. This meeting happened on 21st August 1949. As stated earlier, Madhusudan did not have much formal education and was also not much into reading, but was a great listener and a great conversationist, especially in matters of music. He chose to write mainly in Hindi, though his mother tongue was Marathi, and in his poetic language, we find glimpses of Kabir, Mirabai, and Surdas. Madhusudan started writing Baba bhajans in full vigor after his encounter with Baba. People loved his bhajans and joined him in chorus when he sang in his melodious voice. He chose his words so they would flow with the tune. A song would be born in his head with words and tunes inseparable from each other. To achieve this, sometimes he compromised the poetic grammar. Madhusudan believed in ease and simplicity more than the grammar. Madhusudan got married to Subhadra in Baba's presence in Guru Prasad on 14th May 1959. Subhadra was a good singer herself. For their wedding gift, Baba gave them a shawl that was given to Baba by Upasni Maharaj. As a return gift and to show his gratitude, Madhusudan composed and sang for Baba this song, Prabhu main charanana chhod na jaun, which means, Lord, I shall always be at your feet. And you can hear the song in the background, which is being played right now. That's the song Madhusudan composed for Baba. This means, um, Baba, I shall always be at your feet. You are my mother, father, guru, and friend, my beloved. No matter what the situation, I'll hold on to your daman always. Madhusudan has composed more than 350 songs in Hindi and Marathi. At one point in his life, he became aloof and for 15 long years went into oblivion. He reconnected with Baba in the mid 1990s, again with the same fervor and passion which he had before. In February 2003, Subhadra passed away. His wife's death devastated Madhusudhan. And later on, Madhusudhan had paralysis and was dependent on others. On January 2nd, 2010, Madhusudhan joined Baba. Today, as we celebrate this great singer, poet, songwriter, we salute him and let us all remember him by sharing his stories, bhajan songs, etc. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. That's wonderful. And there's a lot more to be said about Madhusudan and his love for Baba. There's only so much we can put together here, but through all of you who are going to share, I'm sure we're going to hear more. So we can start it off. I mean, I request you all to raise your hands, and those who have a lot to share, like Bill Cliff and Mohanji, and a lot more, Vijayji, and all of you. You can keep your hand raised throughout the program, and I'll just keep circling. Generally, if we can restrict our share each time to about 10 minutes, that will be great, so we can have others share and then we can mix it up that way. So please, uh, yeah, so we have a couple of hands here, and we'll start it off with Bill Cliff. Jai Baba Bill.
Jai
Hey,
Baba.
Bob, everyone. I had the pleasure of being with Madhusudhan and Subhadra several times, including visiting him in his tiny home in Pune back in 1974 when his children were young. And as Jim Meyer said a few weeks ago at a Zoom meeting, it was pretty much they lived in a large closet, very small, very humble. And to get to the home, you had to pass between two very, very narrow walls. And Baba told him that was equivalent to the passage of the soul to Baba, the straight and narrow. So I happened to have my tape recorder with me, and I made a recording of Madhusudan and his family singing several songs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play three of them because he condensed the songs, maybe just did two verses from each of them. The recording is crystal clear, and then at the end, he will just very briefly explain the meaning of the songs. And the first song is Mayor Ekam, which is one of his most beloved songs. And I just have a little account from Bal Natu here about that song. He described how Madhusudhan was the singer laureate for Indian Baba lovers, and he would come to Guru Prasad to sing for Baba at small and large gatherings. One of his songs, which was well received, was Mayor Ekam. An interesting feature of this song was that all the lines, as far as Bal could remember, ended with the letter M. This struck Baba's fancy so much so that for a while he took to adding an M to the names of those residing with him at Guru Prasad. For example, Pendu became Pendu M, Vishnu became Vishnu M, Meherji became Meherji M, and so on. So that's the first song we'll play. The second song is a beautiful song he composed for the village of Naranga in Hamirpur, which is so on fire with Baba's love. And the third song I'm going to play is a song, I don't know the title of it. It's a song that Baba asked him to compose about Guru Prasad. So I've got my little boombox here and turn it on and turn the cassette on. Let's see what happens.
This is our first visit to Naurangan, no? This Nauranga farm is complete. When we first visited Nauranga.
What year was that?
This my daughter was 10 months at that time. Now she is nearly 13 completed. That means before 30 years. 14. After that, we had gone many times there. काही येत नाही का? फार ऊन आहे.
पावन पर जहाँ पावन पर जहाँ जय जय
Songs are very big, but we are giving you tuning.
Whatever you want to sing. No, I'm giving you a one stanza Guru Prasad.
Guru. This special song was told by Baba.
Sani ra pa ma ga re Sani ra pa ma ni da pa ma ga re यही है गुरु का सागर, यही है गुरु का सागर, सृष्टि जालक, यहाँ विराजे सृष्टि जालक, हे हरि प्रभु भगवान, यही है गुरु का सागर, यही है गुरु का सागर। Whatever I say now, it's not, it is already recorded. No? Yeah. Yes. But the first song that was about the divine qualities of the perfect one. So now we take Baba is perfect one, is a master avatar. So Ekam means he is the only one. He is eternal, all pervading, he is a truth. All these qualities has been explained in Meher Ekam. And the second song, that is a praise about the Nauranga. Everybody knows. Nauranga, the beautiful, you see, simile I was remembered there, that we in India take Ganges is the highest, holiest, is the in river, holy river in India. But I have compared Nauranga. You see, even Ganges wanted to purify herself, she should come to Nauranga and get her purified. It is so, you see, holy place. Though we take Ganges as a holy place, we go there for our purification, but the Nauranga is such where this living master has stepped, and it has become so pure that Ganges should come to Nauranga and get her purified. This is the comparison there. And about this Guru Prasad, Baba asked me to compose Guru Prasad particularly. So I have composed. The main idea is Guru Prasad is such where the living master has stayed there, and here the atmosphere, whole atmosphere is all purified and is by his presence, and everything is meher there. Even every part, if you go there, you will find that every part will be calling meher, meher, meher. So you will get the sound meher, meher. And whomever will visit there will be uplifted and will be purified there. That's the idea.
That's Madhusudhan, 1974, and on tablas was his 8-year-old son, and his 13-year-old daughter was playing the little cymbals. So Jai Baba, more to come later.
Yeah, of course. Bill, that's so beautiful. I mean, we could hear Madhusudhan's voice and those wonderful songs, particularly Meher Ekam is so popular and
I love that song so
so
much.
devotional. And Mehra used to love that very much. And I like that funny aspect there. I mean, Ericham, Penduam, and all that. It's so beautiful. Thanks, Bill. And such a treasure you have. And of course, you'll keep coming again. And let's try Mohanji now. Jai Baba. You have to unmute yourself, Mohanji. Yeah, there you are.
Jai Baba. It was really nice to hear Madhusudhan's and Subhadraji's recorded voice. It awakened fresh memories because I have very fond memories of Madhusudhanji when he used to come to our group meetings very regularly. By traveling almost 25 kilometers, changing 2 buses every day, once every week, in spite of his old age, and later on when he was paralyzed. In spite of that predicament, he used to still come. So I will tell you about some of the memories that I have. And really speaking, when actually I had Baba's darshan only as a child in Guru Prasad, when my father and my uncle used to take me. And as a boy, I had heard Madhusudhan's bhajans during the darshan programs in Guru Prasad in 1960s. Maybe I was 5 years, 6 years old at that time. But over the years, his bhajans became so popular everywhere. Wherever in Baba's name was sung, Madhusudan bhajan was always there. His bhajan had beauty and simplicity, of its a charm of its own. Uh, and they conveyed Baba's messages in such simple words. He had this knack of translating Baba's English messages into Marathi and Hindi in such simplicity and beauty that really it was a talent probably Baba only had given him. It was in 1980s that as an adult I met him again. And during that time, as it was mentioned in the biography, it was the phase where Madhusudan had sort of moved away from Baba and Baba programs. He was not attending Baba programs. He was not willing to share Baba experiences with others. But my father was very, very fond of Madhusudan singing. And I was newly employed in Pune at that time. So he used to take me to Madhusudan's house, what was described that Sakari Gali, in a very narrow lane. One had to bow down and go inside. It was very difficult. The height was very less. It was very difficult to enter that house even. Later on, of course, he built his own house somewhere else. So we used to go there, and Madhusudan's, particularly Subhadra auntie, was very, very fond of my father. And in spite of his resistance to talk about Baba, my father, when he went, my father tried to talk about it and kept on requesting Madhusudanji to, why don't you sing one song, another song. This was in 80s when he never attended any program. And then once he told, no, now, he was in that mood. And then I was young at that time. I did not have the depth of his, was not aware of the depth of his love for Baba. So I asked him that, I asked him that in spite of your apparent, attempt to distance yourself from Baba, so why is it that you praise his beauty so much, his wisdom so much? Like that, I asked him, and he was very upset with that question. And he was extremely forthright individual. He never minced any words. So he took me to task and he said, "What do you know about Baba?" Even in that state, he said, "What do you know about Baba?" Nobody looked like him. Such a tejas, such a face with such power and beauty, he said. So I felt the depth of his love even in those days. And but he never sung for Baba's bhajans at that time, in spite of my father's request. And Subhadra used to console us by giving us tea and breakfast. But it so happened in the early 90s, we had started a small group of Baba meetings every week. And one day he surprised all of us by coming uninvited to that, because my uncle had told him that these youngsters have started a Baba group, and he had started re-attending Baba's programs. So he came on his own from a long distance, and he gave a program to us. And he was very, very, he took us almost in his wings, and he actually taught us many Baba bhajans. And he was responsible for that new group, because many of us, apart from me, had not seen even Baba at that time and only heard about him. And Madhusudan was their first live contact with Baba, and he made Baba alive for them. And that is what he made us, purchase harmonium, purchase the percussion tabla, and we used to sing, and he used to teach us himself in his inimitable style. And Subhadra used to sing, and those days are unforgettable as far as we are concerned in that group. So he came to us for almost 5-6 years continuously. In between, he had this facial paralysis, but in spite of that, he used to come. He used to take us to Mehrabad, Mehrazad, and when he used to sing there, the Erash Kaka used to say, "Arey Madhusudan, tum buddha ho gaya. You have become old, but still your voice is growing young every year." So like that, and because of that, it was a very nice atmosphere. And he, we all could imagine how it would have been when he used to sing in front of Baba, because Erach and Mani auntie and everybody used to be there. So I will tell you some stories that he told me at that time. Very these are insignificant stories maybe, but they for us, they made his contact with Baba alive for us. So one story Madhusudan told me at that time was that he had attended a movie. He went to a movie theater with Baba and his Baba Mandali, because Baba used to go to movies, and in that movie there was a scene, and he described to me that he was sitting in the Baba's row was behind him, and he was in the front row, diagonally opposite to Baba. And it was all dark, and the movie was going on. The scene was something like a young boy is lost in the jungle. It was an English movie, Hollywood movie, perhaps Jungle Book, I do not know. I don't remember the name of the movie. And are you able to hear me?
Yeah, very clearly, very clearly.
So he was able to, so he was seeing that movie, and there was a scene in the movie. That movie scene was that a boy was lost in the jungle, and after a lot of search for him, his mother is very, very upset, and she's crying, and then the boy meets, and they embrace very tightly after meeting each other. And Madhusudan told me that somehow or the other, I was a very dry person, and my parents and I had never had this loving bond, and I lost them also very early in life, quite early in life. And I had never experienced that kind of parental love. And I was thinking in my mind, in that theater in front of Baba, when he was sitting in the front row, diagonally opposite to Baba, he was thinking, is mother's love so rich that people can forego everything? And is that love real? And does it really, is it like that? So like that, he explained that scene to me and what his mental reaction was. And Baba did one thing. He just stretched his hand and caught Madhusudan's ears and just pricked his ear. And then Madhusudan was suddenly as if what happened, and then he looked behind and Baba was there. And Baba, Baba's, these are very typical Baba's way of expressing. And Madhusudan used to bring these stories alive for us, because, and then looking at Madhusudan, Baba made a sign that this love is real. That unspoken words that Madhusudan had, that is it really so? Does a mother really love her child, and the child loves so much? Because he had probably not experienced that love. And Madhusudan said that this is what, I experienced from Baba. So Baba, not only is omniscience, but also his unspoken question in his presence, Madhusudan said that he used to answer. And sometimes it became very embarrassing also. Suppose you have, Madhusudan also said that once he had made some mistake in his life, and he found that it is very difficult to face Baba with that knowledge that he has done this. And he avoided going to Baba for weeks altogether in Guru Prasad. And as you know that Baba was very fond of Madhusudan singing, and he sent message after message to Madhusudan. And then one day, 2-3 people, very strong people, came and literally lifted him and put him into a rickshaw and brought to Baba and under Baba's instruction. And Baba said that, what are you thinking? Why you cannot avoid me like this? And Baba understood why he was avoiding him, and Baba forgave him. So that's how it was. He said, Madhusudan said that we were all young people at that time, and we had all kinds of thought, and it was very difficult for us to control our thought in his holy presence. That all kind of, and we were always very worried that suppose how untoward thought came in our mind, Baba will catch us at that time only. So that's what he used to tell us. And uh, uh, there are many funny stories that he related, and they are really they bring Baba's contact alive. So I think at this stage I would request maybe with everybody permitting to Bhalekar ji to sing some Madhusudan song for us.
Jai Baba Mohanji. Thank you so much. I mean, those are really wonderful reminiscences about Madhusudan and beautiful stories you shared, and you have such rich experience. Thank you so much. And I'm sure you have more to share. So we'll come back to you again. And
Yeah.
at this time, in order to, it may get late for people in India, so I thought maybe we'll have Cyrus and Soumya ji to go next.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
I have a little anecdote from Baba's literature. It's pertaining to Mumbai, Bombay at that time. And this happened in Ashiana in early Feb 1956. During that time, Baba had mentioned that he would be going on into seclusion from 15th of Feb 1956. And so word spread that he was in Ashiana and would be giving darshan on a particular day. So people from Andhra, Hamirpur, Nagpur, Pune, Navsari and close by places congregated at Ashiana. And on 6th of Feb, Baba held this meeting. And when it came to the Pune Baba lovers, Madhusudan was there. And Madhusudan sang some songs for Baba's pleasure. And thereafter, Baba urged the Pune group to spare no pains for the work that he had entrusted for them for the 1 year that he would be in seclusion. Turning to Madhusudan, Baba continued, "You have composed bhajans and aarti and songs in my praise, and there are hundreds of lovers at distant places who hear and sing your compositions. They have helped them to love me more and more. So remain as active as ever and do my work in Pune with love, enthusiasm, zeal, and devotion, knowing that Pune is my birthplace." Baba embraced everyone and instructed them to go immediately to their homes. So this is Baba's blessing for Madhusudan. And we had the honor of hosting Madhusudan and Subhadra at our home at one point in time. Now, for Baba's pleasure and in honor of Madhusudan's composition, I would like to sing a song which composed by Madhusudan, titled Khol Tere Man Ke Dwar. And the loose translation is, I would like to read so that people can appreciate the beauty of the song. It says, "Behold, the essence of your life is at your door, waiting with a pot of nectar. Awaken from your slumber. Open the door of your mind. Oh, drunk insane, be vigilant about your senses. Why watch with disinterest your commitment? The dawn of life is here. Do not toss and turn anymore. Renounce the false dreams. Awake now. Maya is a desolate shrubbery. You take it to be an eternal spring and keep searching for your fine, fragrant garden. Mohan, with his flute, the boundless challenge, has he come to make you hear? Awake now. Although injured, you are not prepared to leave this lonely place. Why are you searching for this unique nectar, bumblebee? Mohan himself has taken advent in this Kali Yuga as Meher. Madhusudan, know that your fortune has opened up. So, Jai Baba, and thank you, Baba. So, for Baba's pleasure. देख आया है द्वार तेरे जीवन का सार लेके अमृत कलश वो खड़ा है जाग रे सोने वाले खोल तेरे मन के दुआर बाबरे खोल तेरे मन के दुआर खोल तेरे मन के दुआर बाबरे खोल तेरे मन के दुआर ओ मत वाले बावरे होश अब संभाल रे मत वाले बावरे होश अब संभाल रे नीरस में देखता क्या चावरे आ, आ, आई जीवन की बोर लेना करवट और आई जीवन की बोर लेना करवट अब और छोड़ सपने वे झूठे अब जागरे छोड़ सपने वे झूठे अब जागरे बावरे खोल तेरे मन के दुआर बावरे खोल तेरे मन के दुआर खोल तेरे मन के दुआर बावरे खोल तेरे मन के दुआर माया तो उजड़ा बन तू समझा है मधुबन माया तो उजड़ा बन तू समझा है मधुबन ढूंढत हो महकी फूल वारी रे आ, 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 मोहन ने बांसुरी अनहद की ललकारी मोहन ने बांसुरी अनहद की ललकारी तुझको सुनाने आया जागरे तुझको सुनाने आया जागरे बावरे खोल तेरे मन के दुआर बावरे खोल तेरे मन के दुआर खोल तेरे मन के दुआर बावरे खोल तेरे मन के दुआर घायल भी हो के नहीं छोड़त बन निर्जन ही घायल भी हो के नहीं छोड़त बन निर्जन ही रस अनूठा ढूंढ रहा क्यों भवरे आ, आ, मोहन ही मेहर बन के अवतारे कल जुग के मोहन ही मेहर बन के अवतारे कल जुग के मधुसूदन देख खुले भागरे मधुसूदन देख खुले भागरे बावरे खोल तेरे मन के दुआर बावरे खोल तेरे मन के दुआर खोल तेरे मन के दुआर बावरे खोल तेरे मन के दुआर देख आया है द्वार तेरे जीवन का सार लेके अमृत कलश वो खड़ा है जाग रे सोने वाले खोल तेरे मन के दुआर बावरे खोल तेरे मन के दुआर अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय
Jai Baba Soumya ji, so beautiful. I mean, wonderful story in Ashiana, Bombay, and this song, I mean, Leke Amrit Kalash Liaya Re, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I love it. Love that song. And I wonder if Cyrus Ji also has something to share, or we can circle back to you next time. I mean,
Cyrus said I already said in this.
Maybe next time, maybe next time. Jai
yeah.
Baba.
Jai
Jai
Baba,
Baba.
Cyrus Ji, thanks for joining, and it makes the whole group so rich. you know, it's wonderful. Thank you so much. And we have actually two little kids from, I think, Lucknow, but I'm not too sure. So Meher Sharma. So we thought they want to go to bed early, so we'll have them go next. Jai Baba, Meher. There they are. Yeah, the whole family. Jai Baba.
Please unmute
Yeah,
yourselves.
you may have to unmute. Yeah. Oh, again. Try. Yeah, there you are.
Okay. कभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ मेहर में मिल जाओ मेहर में मिल जाओ सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ मेहर में मिल जाओ मेहर में मिल जाओ सभी मिल मेहर मन में मुख में तन में मेहर मन में मुख में तन में मेहर भर दो सब नस नस में मेहर भर दो सब नस नस में रीत 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 हर जीत मेहर में रीत 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 हर जीत मेहर में मेहरमय बन जाओ मेहरमय बन जाओ सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ सभी मिल मेहर देवो लेवो दिलावो मेहर देवो लेवो दिलावो मेहर ही सबसे रटवाओ मेहर ही सबसे रटवाओ मेहर का संगीत बजाओ मेहर का संगीत बजाओ गीत मेहर के गाओ गीत मेहर के गाओ सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ सभी मिल मेहर सुख में मेहर दुख में मेहर सुख में मेहर दुख में जप में तप में ज्ञान ध्यान में जप में तप में ज्ञान ध्यान में निंदा में और जाग में मेहर निंदा में और जाग में मेहर मेहर रस बरसाओ रस बरसाओ सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ सभी मिल आस विलास निराश में मेहर आस विलास निराश में मेहर शांति में भ्रांति में मेहर शांति में भ्रांति में मेहर भूलो नहीं क्षण भर भी मेहर भूलो नहीं क्षण भर भी मेहर रस बरसाओ सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ सभी मिल मेहर होवे जगत में मेहर होवे जगत में कण कण में और बूंद बूंद में कण कण में और बूंद बूंद में मधुसूदन मेहर का पागल मधुसूदन मेहर का पागल मेहर रट धर लियो मेहर रट धर लियो सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ मेहर में मिल जाओ मेहर में मिल जाओ मेहर में मिल जाओ सभी मिल मेहर मेहर गाओ सभी मिल अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय.
Ha, that's so beautiful, so beautiful. We all want to know which place in India you are from. आप कहाँ से हैं?
देहरादून.
देहरादून. अच्छा अच्छा, थैंक यू. और आपका नाम बताइएगा. प्लीज लेट अस नो योर नेम्स.
राजेश्वरी शर्मा.
अच्छा, और
मेहर माफी.
और दूसरों का नाम मेहर व्हाट?
मेहरबान.
ओके, एंड और लड़की भी है ना आपके बीच?
मेहर शर्मा.
अच्छा, और नेक्स्ट?
मेहर मधुर.
ओके, ब्यूटीफुल. थैंक यू सो मच. यू गाइस आर वंडरफुल एंड इतना अच्छा गाना गाया आप. ब्यूटीफुल. या और ठहरिएगा, बाद में और सुनेंगे आपसे अगर टाइम हो तो. आपकी मर्जी. जय बाबा.
जरूर सुनाएंगे बाबा को.
थैंक यू.
जय
बाबा. जय बाबा.
Jai Baba, it's such a pleasure to participate in this program of Madhusudhan ji celebrating his Punyatithi. And thank you, Bill Cliff and Soumya and Mohan Kher ji for sharing such a beautiful stories and song. And of course, there are other participants also, so I will not take much time. And first time I saw Madhusudhan in 1962 East-West gathering, singing. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first time I saw him in 1962 East-West gathering, singing bhajan on the stage. Gate Chalo, when program, at the end of program, the Madhusudanan party used to sing Gate Chalo. So that was my first memory of Madhusudanji. And after that, whenever I visited, coincidentally, we met at Mehrabad, Mehrazad. And then when I was transferred to Pune in 1996 onwards, so then I had many beautiful occasions, sessions, and with him. But and he shared me many stories. But one significant story I remember, and that was we were in a meeting, Baba meeting in Pune, and after when meeting finishes, we take Baba's darshan, we go touch the Baba's picture, bow down, and then go away. Take the prasad at the gate, and I was sitting in a distance, and I was watching Baba's picture, and then I was thinking, oh, there is a crowd. From a distance, I should take darshan and go away. And then from the back, it was Madhusudan sitting behind me. He tapped my back and he told, take Baba's darshan. So it was really a message to me that go and touch Baba's picture and take his darshan. Sometime from a distance, we do namaskar, and but Baba's picture is also very important. And I felt the importance of touching his picture and bowing to him and take his blessing. So that is one of the very prominent experience with Madhusudan. I will always thank Madhusudan and I will remember him for that. And of course, his songs, I think there are many very rare poets who could write the beautiful poetry, put it in the exact tuning, rhythm, and then sing it beautifully. He was really great. I mean, he was just perfect. And Madhusudan said that I am in his song, I am a ignorant bum. I don't know the difference, what is truth and what is falsehood. I simply know the music. So, yeah. And so his poetry was really Baba's discourses at message, God is fixed, input. So made very easy. In his every songs, we can get Baba's very profound message. Yeah. So I will sing as Madhusudan Bhajan, and I liked it. I just use tabla. And the meaning of the bhajan is, जब तक बिका ना था कोई पूछता ना था मुझे आपने खरीद कर अनमोल कर दिया. Till I was unsold, nobody paid any attention to me. But after you bought me, I became priceless. So after coming into Baba's contact, he really became priceless. And Baba really put him, made him a great poet. Yeah. So, and further he says, Meher Piya Mohe Prema Rangalaga. Lord Meher, I am colored in the divine love. I lost my consciousness when I saw your beauty and lost the false attachment of the world. My all doubts been cleared. I'm fed up with this world. What the name of Meher, and I have given up my everything. I am rising above the worldly illusion. My fate is awakened. Lord Meher has accepted me. What else I need in my life now? Madhusudhan saying his praise, everything depends upon will of Meher, Lord Meher. Yeah. जब तक बिका न था कोई पूछता न था मुझे आपने खरीद कर अनमोल कर दिया मेहर पिया मोहे प्रेम रंग लागा मेहर पिया मोहे प्रेम रंग लागा मेहर पिया मोहे प्रेम रंग लागा बिसर गई सब सुध बुध सारी बिसर गई सब सुध बुध सारी जब देखी मोहिनी छवि तेरी छूटी झूठी दुनियादारी छूटी झूठी दुनियादारी सारा भरम ही भागा सारा भरम ही भागा प्रेम रंग लागा मेहर पिया मोहे प्रेम रंग लागा मेहर पिया मोहे प्रेम रंग लागा जगती बोले बोरा गया मैं मेहर नाम पे लूट गया मैं जगरीती से पार गया मैं जगरीती से पार गया मैं मेरा भाग ही जागा मेरा भाग ही जागा प्रेम रंग लागा मेहर पिया मोहे प्रेम रंग लागा मेहर पिया मोहे प्रेम रंग लागा मेहर ने मुझे अपना ही लिया है जीवन में अब पाना ही क्या है मेहर ने मुझे अपना ही लिया है जीवन में अब पाना क्या है मधुसूदन गुण गाए चला है मधुसूदन गुण गाए चला है मेहर की मर्जी वो होगा मेहर की मर्जी वो होगा प्रेम रंग लागा प्रेम रंग लागा, मेहर पिया मोहे प्रेम रंग लागा, मेहर पिया मोहे प्रेम रंग लागा। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. Thank you, Prakash ji, giving me
Yeah.
opportunity.
No, come on, Jay
Jai, Jai
Baba.
Baba.
It's
Jai
always a
Baba.
pleasure to listen to you, Vijay Ji. So,
Thank you,
such a
thank
pleasure.
you.
I mean,
Yeah,
you literally transport us to the
yeah,
Samadhi.
Jai, Jai.
Wow, thank you
Okay,
so much for everything, Jay Baba.
thank you,
Jay
Jai
Baba.
Baba.
And I thought we'll have people from India go a little ahead so that, they don't lose their sleep and all. So, we'll have Rita ji go next. Jay Baba, Rita ji. And I know Bill has a lot more to share, but hopefully, Bill, sorry, you may have to wait a little bit. Jai Baba.
Jai Meher Baba. My association with Madhusudhan goes back into the year 1962 on the East West Gathering that was on 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th November 1962. I still remember he was singing a song, Ayare, Ayare, Aya Gokul Se, that song he was singing. And then he had sang many songs and many this thing. But I had a bitter experience too with Madhusudhan also. After Madhusudhan was called many times on the stage, he never used to come. And in one of the Amartiti, after returning back, he was exiled for some time from Baba, and then he returned back to Baba's court. I was doing a duty at Samadhi, and my boss, my duty in charge, Dolly auntie, is very strict. She never allowed anybody to talk loudly. So I was standing at the gate of you might have seen the gate where from the Mani aunties through Samadhi towards Baba's, there's a small gate is there. Madhusudhan was standing there in short, talking very loudly. I was posted there. I told him, Mr. Madhusudhan ji, dheere se. Then he shouted at me, do you know who am I? Then Dolly auntie says, slow, 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 slow. So I'm in a puzzle. Here Dolly auntie, there Madhusudhan. So I tell Madhusudhan, please, you know who am I? I said, I know Madhusudhan ji. Then he said, oh. Then he came nearer to me and said, Varchand Nori, Sita's son. I know you right from childhood, but still you don't have a respect towards me. I said, no, Madhusudhan ji. Then I showed the photograph at the Samadhi where Baba was putting his finger across his lips and says, silence. Then I showed him. Then he said, I know that. Then I said, I sang the last line of his song. Madhusudanu is Durgati se meher hi bachaye. Then immediately laughed and just embraced me. I'm sorry, Meher Chand. That's what the experience I had. Subsequently, we met many times, and he was very much fond of for the Koti Center and Prakash Rao. He was very close, and Prakash Rao happens to be grandfather of our Prakash. And today is also Koti Center's birthday was there today, means anniversary. So I'll just sing. Actually, I thought of ending with the song because it's a Bhairavi. It's one of my favorite songs of Madhusudhan. Madhusudhan used to sing last, so I'm waiting for the last chance to sing. But unfortunately, I was called a little earlier. Anyhow, I'll just try to sing how Baba wants me to sing. I don't know because I'm not a singer. अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. कभी तो छटेगा फिजा से अंधेरा, कभी तो मधुर चांदनी रात होगी, कभी तो चटेगा फिजा से अंधेरा, कभी तो मधुर चांदनी रात होगी, कभी तो जलेंगे चिरागे मोहब्बत, कभी तो जलेंगे चिरागे मोहब्बत, किसी दिन से उनसे मुलाकात होगी, कभी तो जलेंगे चिरागे मोहब्बत। अगर दफातन वो हमें याद आए, शबे गम की खामोश तन्हाइयों में, अगर दफातन वो हमें याद आए, शबे गम की खामोश तन्हाइयों में, अगर दफतल वो हमें याद आए, शबे गम की खामोश तन्हाइयों में, जो बिखरेंगे जुल्फे तो छाएंगे बादल, जो बिखरेंगे जुल्फे तो छाएंगे बादल, जो टपकेंगे आंसू तो बरसात होगी, कभी तो जलेंगे चिरागे मोहब्बत, किसी दिन से उनसे मुलाकात होगी। जुदाई के लम्हे करीब आ रहे हैं, सितारों से दिल डूबते जा रहे हैं, जुदाई के लम्हे करीब आ रहे हैं, सितारों से दिल डूबते जा रहे हैं, जुदाई के लम्हे करीब आ रहे हैं, सितारों से दिल डूबते जा रहे हैं, इधर आओ तुमको गले से लगा लूं, इधर आओ तुमको गले से लगा लूं, खुदा जाने फिर तब मुलाकात होगी, कभी तो जलेंगे चिरागे मोहब्बत, किसी दिन से उनसे मुलाकात होगी, कभी तो जलेंगे चिरागे मोहब्बत, मोहब्बत में होशो किरद क्यों गवाए, किसी के लिए क्यों जवानी लुटाए, मोहब्बत में होशो किरद क्यों गवाए, किसी के लिए क्यों जवानी लुटाए, मोहब्बत में होशो किरद क्यों गवाए, किसी के लिए क्यों जवानी लुटाए, अगर जाफरी हमको मालूम होता, अगर जाफरी हमको मालूम होता, इस खेल में मौत ही मौत होगी, कभी तो जलेंगे चिरागे मोहब्बत, किसी दिन से उनसे मुलाकात होगी, कभी तो छटेंगे फिजा से अंधेरा, कभी तो मधुर चांदनी रात होगी कभी तो जलेंगे चिरागे मोहब्बत किसी दिन से उनसे मुलाकात होगी. The meaning of the song Ghazal is someday the dark clouds will dispense from the sky and the sweet night moonshine will appear. Sometime the lamp of love will burn brightly, and someday I will meet my beloved. In the lonely and silent moment of the sorrowful night, if all of a sudden I remember you, my hair will spread over on my face, causing overcast sky crowded with clouds. And if I shed tears, it would be precipitate as in the rains. The time of departing is near, and the moment of the separation are fast approaching. The heart of the stars are shrinking, and let me hold you close to my heart at this moment. God knows when we will meet again. Why should why should one lose his sense and energy of mind in love? Why should someone waste his precious and youth in the pursuit of love? Had I known that it is in the game of love, there can be only be defeat, and I would not have indulged in love. I should not have indulged in the love. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai.
Beautiful, Merchan. Very interesting experience with Madhusudan there. I'm telling Madhusudan to be quiet when all that he knows is how to sing with his voice. Beautiful, and I love the song. Like Yasmin said here, it's a farewell song sung after 3 months of Baba's stay in Guru Prasad, and then when this song was sung, Pratap said that everybody would have tears in their eyes because they don't know when they're going to see Baba next.
Yes, very, very correct.
Yeah. So that's very, very touching song. This one is beautiful. Thank you. And we have Namrata now. Jai Baba Namrata.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba, everyone. Jai Baba. So, I would like to share. This is not my experience, but my father's experience and Madhusudan Pun's comeback story. So, uh, he composed one song, Prabhu Me Charana Chodana Jao. That is, I won't leave your lotus feet of Baba. So when he composed this and he sang in front of Baba, Baba told him that you will leave me one day, and he also told that you will come once again back after I mean not years, but you'll come back. So that incident happened, and after Baba dropped his body, it happened like he after some years he went off from Baba's all sharings and get-togethers. So it was during this phase my father was trying very hard. He came in Pune and he was trying very hard to find Madhusudan Punji, and he asked many people, and in that phase he got he's no more, or his family is no more, something happened and they are not here in Pune. And one fine day in my father's office, Mr. Rambho Sote, his office, Madhusudan Pund arrives, and and he says, I'm Madhusudhan Pund. Will you take me to Baba's Amar Tithi for Baba's darshan? So my father was very much surprised, and he was very happy also to see Madhusudhan ji. He was trying to find him like from many months and years across, and then he is in front. So he agreed to that, and then he got his address, and then it happened like this was January 1990s story, and after that we all went together to Amar Tithi first time. We took him and his full family to Amar Tithi, and this was 31st January 1990 story. And so somewhere when I was small, I used to think like, do Baba know us? And when I came to know about this, I was like, okay, so somewhere Baba might have thought like, okay, my father was one of the person who Baba planned that he Madhusudhan would come back with him, and yeah, that was one small story incident. And he of course that year sang sang bhajan in front of everyone, and everyone actually loved it. So that bhajan was Sabko Gale Se Laga Lo, Meer Ki Jai Jai Bolo. And later, for 3 years, me and my sister, we performed on his song. I mean, he only directed, composed, as well as made us perform on his song in Amar Tithi. So 3 years, like 19 to up to 1993, me and my sister performed on his song. So later on, it was like every Saturday, Sunday, we used to either he used to come and visit us and tell us lots of Baba's stories, or we used to go, and that all continues. So that was really very golden days. He sharing all Baba stories, and we hearing all the stories from him or Subhadraji. It was like it was like movie in front of us going on, and he used to share all the pictures of him, and then even he gave us all a little momentum of the shawl which Baba had gifted him once. So yeah, that was the incident. So yeah, I wanted to share this much. Thank you. Okay, Baba.
Jai Baba. Thank you, Namrata. Wonderful. I mean, you actually have a piece of the shawl that Upasani Maharaj gave Baba, and then Baba in turn gave it to Madhusudan, right?
Right.
Wow, so fortunate, so fortunate. Wow, very,
Yeah.
yeah, very lucky.
Yeah, and he also gave us piece of marble floor of Guru Prasad where Baba used to keep his feet.
Wow, wow,
So that was also shared.
yeah,
And one more thing was like he wrote many of bhajans, Baba's bhajans, and the few were scribbled out. So he gave my mother to rewrite all the bhajans. This was somewhere in 1992 or 91, 92, when he gave all his bhajans to my mother to write back in a neat format.
wow. Wow, thank you so much. I mean, that's a wonderful experience, and thank you so much. And let's see, now we go to Mohanji. Are you there? Uh, I don't think so. So let's have Bill, Jai Baba Bill.
Jai Baba again, everybody. I'm enjoying these stories from Baba's Indian family so much.
Yeah.
And as a Western singer, my experience, I can't speak for anybody else, as one who's spent many, many, many days singing at Artie's at Samadhi, but I've always felt, for the most part, the Western songs bring you to the threshold, but it's Madhusudhan songs in particular that carry you over the threshold into his presence. And I really salute Madhusudhan. He's just one of my real musical heroes. The last time I shared a little while ago, was 1974. 1979, February 4th, Madhusudhan and Subhadra came to Merazad after a long, long absence. I'll just read a very brief from my journal. Then I have just one song I want to share, which I really like. But I kept a journal over those years, and this is what I wrote. I arrived at Merazad around noon on Sunday and was absolutely overjoyed to see Madhusudhan and his family singing and playing in Mandali Hall. It was a timeless hour as they sang all the favorite songs from the Guru Prasad days. After about 2 songs, there was a rustle and a bustle was heard at the back of the hall. All the women Mandali had just rushed over, including Mera, to hear the music. Favorite tunes were requested, and one could feel the nostalgia permeate the hall. It was an incredibly moving experience to watch the faces of the Mandali as the selections were played. Painful also. What sweet memories they must have evoked. What longing for his presence they must have kindled. And yet, wasn't Baba right there with us? One woman told me later that her whole being was flooded with joy at this time, that she really felt Baba's presence. I'll never forget watching Mani during the playing of Gate Chalo, the parting number when in Guru Prasad all would bow down before Baba and leave singing his name. Almost immediately with the start of the song, Mani went to Baba's chair and bowed down. Surely she must have seen him there. Shortly thereafter, I noticed her standing in the back of the hall and looking with such love towards that chair, her hands folded so reverently. In those few moments, I saw her devotion, that her love for Baba was devotion and love personified. One could almost reach out and touch it. So the song I want to share is really charming and endearing. I don't know the title of it, but it's like a riddle. Madhusudhan says this, Baba was this, no, some mysterious person was this, they or that, this and that, and back and forth. And then all of a sudden, I think Madhusudhan said, "Who is it?" And everyone shouts, "Mera Baba!" So I think he did only about 3 verses from the song. And then if we listen carefully, we can hear Mani and Erich maybe sort of talking about the song a little bit and giving some of the verses. So.
बोलत नाही पण सांगे सारे सारे रे माणसासारखा माणूस पण लावे साऱ्या दे जगामध्ये कोणी नाही त्याचा सारी तो मुलगा पाहू कोणते राम के बाई नाही काय त्याचा डऊ राम के बाई नाही काय त्याचा डऊ कपली घाली अखीर नाही साधू नाही ब्रह्मचारी काय बाई नवर उभा नाही बोलत नाही सारे जगा वेगळे ओळखा पाहू कोणते कुणी म्हणे बाबा बाबा कोणी म्हणे आई कोणी म्हणे भाऊ भाऊ कोणी गुरुबाई कुणी म्हणे मित्र माझा जीवाचा सखाई कुणी म्हणे राम कुणी कृष्ण कुणी काही ओळखा भाऊ कोणते माझ्या हाती माणिक मोती घाली माझ्या हाती माणिक मोती घाली सर्वांमध्ये तोची आणि तोची सर्व काही सर्वांमध्ये तोची आणि तोची सर्व काही ऐसे असता सर्वाहून निराळात राही ऐसे असता सर्वाहून निराळात राही योग भावे बंधुनाचा पावन चरणाला नंद भावे बंधू त्याच्या पावन चरणाला माझ्या हाती माणिक मोती घाली He has many children. But he does not marry. He is not married. He's celibate. Some call him father, and yet some call him mother, some call him brother. No, that's and then in the end he has to marry Baba. I don't remember his line exactly. Yes, he wears a kafni, a long robe, but he's not a fakir. He's not a sadhu, he's not this. Yes, he does not talk, but he reveals everything. He tells you everything without talking. Mukha nahi, but he's not dumb, but he doesn't make sound, he doesn't talk. But even with not talking, in silence, he conveys. Very nice. Delightful for children and grown-ups.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba Bill. I mean, you have such a treasure. Oh God. And that song is a very famous tune in Indian film. This thing, and it's basically a bunch of what you call riddles or brain teasers would be asked, and the answer in this particular case, obviously, would always be Meher Baba. So it's so beautiful, so beautiful. Thank you so much. And we'll get back to you. And I mean, I'm pained to see you holding the recorder in your hands, but so we'll get back. And we have Jeff here now. So let's see if Jeff can share something. Jeff, Jai Baba. Maybe he's away from his device. We'll get back and we'll see who else has something to share here. Actually, I have a small little story to share. It's Shalja has a song. You know, Madhusudhan was invited to my grandfather's, the center established my grandfather in Secunderabad, which is the twin city of Hyderabad. So Hyderabad and Secunderabad are basically one and the same. So he would come, and I remember I was a kid at the time, only 5 years old or 6. But I would see the whole family come down and sing songs, and we would just be there listening to them. And he had come several times. Actually, the other thing is my sister's son, my nephew, used to sing from his childhood so many of Madhusudhan songs. Madhusudhan said he is Madhusudhan of the south of India. And his name, probably some of you know, he is Gopal Krishna Meher, who sings Babahu and various other songs, and that's Gopi in short. So, yeah, with that said, I'll have Shalja say something, and then we'll go to anybody who wants to share after. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba, this is a beautiful ghazal of Madhusudhan's. It's called Ik Guzarish Hai. The word guzarish means request. So Madhusudhan in this ghazal says, I have only one request for all of you, and that is to remember Baba throughout, in whatever situation you may be placed in. एक गुजारिश है बस इतना कीजिए, एक गुजारिश है बस इतना कीजिए, नाम मेहर का हमेशा लीजिए, नाम मेहर का हमेशा लीजिए, गुमशुदा करता है सारा कारवां, जब कभी फुर्सत हो मेहर बोलिए, जब कभी फुर्सत हो मेहर बोलिए, खुद को कर दो भीड़ से भी तुम जुदा, और तन्हाई में मेहर पाइए, और तन्हाई में मेहर पाइए, एक गुजारिश है। जिंदगी में मुश्किलें हैं हर कदम, आप अपने को मेहर पर छोड़िए, आप अपने को मेहर पर छोड़िए, देखना हो गर हकीकत तो सुनो, मेरी आँखों से नज़ारा देखिए, मेरी आँखों से नज़ारा देखिए, एक गुजारिश है। हाँ मधुसूदन या प्रेमी जन कहो, हाँ मधुसूदन या प्रेमी जन कहो, नाम मेहर का मगर मत भूलिए, नाम मेहर का मगर मत भूलिए, एक गुजारिश है बस इतना कीजिए, नाम मेहर का हमेशा लीजिए। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
Jai Baba. Thanks, Shailaja.
जय बाबा।
And wonderful song, that one. And I'm sorry, I just want to apologize for being unmuted when Bill Cliff was sharing those wonderful songs in Guru Prasad. Sorry once again. And now we'll try Jeff again. Jai Baba Jeff, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Yes, Jay
Oh,
Baba.
okay. Okay, Jeff Aspel. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Do you have something to share? No, sorry to have put you on the spot, but I was thinking it was Jeff Wolverton. He thought he had something to share, and I was told that that I should call him as soon as he shows up because he has other things to do right after. So
I have a little something that I can share. It's
yeah,
very,
go
very
ahead.
short song that I sing for Baba sometimes, and very short. I'll sing it a couple of times. May the long time sun shine upon you. All of Baba's love surround you, and his pure love within you guide your way home. May the long time sun shine upon you. All Baba's love surround you, and his pure light within you guide your way home. Jai Baba.
Wonderful, Jeff. Thank you. Thanks again. Thanks for sharing that wonderful song there. Beautiful. Very loving. Very loving. And
Namrata had something to
yeah,
share.
Namrata, Jai Baba. And we also have Sureka and everybody. So hopefully they'll raise hands.
Yeah, so I would like to sing one bhajan which Madhusudhan ji had taught us, and we performed in Amar Titi when in 1992, sorry. So here it is. अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। स्वार्थ द्वेष और बैर को मन से दूर करो, मन मंदिर में प्रेमियों मेहर प्रेम भरो। प्रेम मेहर का नाम है, प्रेम ही है संदेश। बिना प्रेम जो भी कहो, सब मिथ्या उपदेश। अपने हृदय में मेहर बसा लो, प्रभु मेहर की जय जय बोलो। अपने हृदय में मेहर बसा लो, प्रभु मेहर की जय जय बोलो। बोलो प्रभु मेहर की जय जय बोलो। सारे विश्व का कल्याण होगा, दैवी जीवन का संचार होगा। प्रेम धर्म जो स्थापित होगा, सारा आनंद आनंद होगा। सारा आनंद आनंद होगा। जय मेहर से ही, जय मेहर से ही सबको जगा लो, प्रभु मेहर की जय जय बोलो। बोलो प्रभु मेहर की जय जय बोलो। सारी दुनिया को संभ्रम ने घेरा, ढूंढने पर न पाए सहारा। स्वार्थ उभरा है जीवन में सारा, भूल बैठे है प्रभु नाम प्यारा। भूल बैठे है प्रभु नाम प्यारा। जय मेहर से ही, जय मेहर से ही सबको जगा लो, प्रभु मेहर की जय जय बोलो, बोलो प्रभु मेहर की जय जय बोलो। मेहर संदेशों का पालन हो, सब कण कण में तुम और तुम हो। कैसी उलझन जो सत की धुन हो, सब समस्या का हल जो तुम हो, सब समस्या का हल जो तुम हो। मधुसूदन मधुसूदन मेहर अपना लो, प्रभु मेहर की जय जय बोलो, बोलो प्रभु मेहर की जय जय बोलो। अपने हृदय में अपने हृदय में मेहर बसा लो, प्रभु मेहर की जय जय बोलो, बोलो प्रभु मेहर की जय जय बोलो, बोलो प्रभु मेहर की जय जय बोलो। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
Wow, Namrata. Madhusudan gave it to you in his in your association with him during whatever time you met him, because you sang so beautifully, such a tender voice and so loving.
Very
Yeah,
sweetly sung,
yeah.
Namrata. Jai Baba.
So
Thank you
beautiful.
so much. Jai
Thanks, Jai
Baba.
Baba, Jai Baba. And we have a good number of hands here now. So we'll try Meher Sharma first, and the family may want to share one more song. Jai Baba.
दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं। मेहर का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं। प्रेम प्रेम भरा है यहाँ, बस प्रेम गायन काम नहीं। प्रेम प्रेम भरा है यहाँ, बस प्रेम गायन काम नहीं। मेहर का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं। प्रेम से मेहर के गुण गाओ, प्रेम से मेहर के गुण गाओ, प्रेम से मेहर ध्यान लगाओ, प्रेम से मेहर के गुण गाओ, प्रेम से मेहर के गुण गाओ, प्रेम से मेहर ध्यान लगाओ, प्रेम से मेहर प्रेम बढ़ाओ, प्रेम बिना यहाँ काम नहीं। प्रेम से मेहर प्रेम बढ़ाओ, प्रेम बिना यहाँ काम नहीं। मेहर का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं। मेहर का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं। मान मान धन दौलत बनते, मान मान धन दौलत बनते, ऊंच नीच हर झूठे धंधे। मान मान धन दौलत बनते, मान मान धन दौलत बनते, ऊंच नीच हर झूठे धंधे। ये सब है माया के, यहाँ उनका कोई काम नहीं। ये सब है माया के फंदे, यहाँ उनका कोई काम नहीं। मेहर का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं। मालिक ना मेहमान है कोई, प्रभु मालिक और सब है भाई, मालिक ना मेहमान है कोई, मालिक ना मेहमान है कोई, प्रभु मालिक और सब है भाई, क्यों कर किसको कौन बुलावे, यहाँ मनाना राम, क्यों कर किसको कौन बुलावे, यहाँ मनाना काम नहीं, मेरे का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, मेरे का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, इसका जैसा प्रेम मेहर पर, जिसका जैसा प्रेम मेहर पर, जिसका जैसा प्रेम मेहर पर, उसकी वैसी नजर उसी पर, जिसका जैसा प्रेम मेहर पर, जिसका जैसा प्रेम मेहर पर, उसकी वैसी नजर उसी पर, लेन देन एक प्रेम की होगी, मेहर भक्ति बिन काम नहीं, लेन देन एक प्रेम की होगी, मेहर भक्ति बिन काम नहीं, मेहर का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, मेहर का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, जिसका जैसा प्रेम मेहर पर, जिसका जैसा उसकी वैसी नजर उसी पर, जिसका जैसा प्रेम मेहर पर, जिसका जैसा प्रेम मेहर पर, उसकी वैसी नजर उसी पर, लेन देन एक प्रेम की होगी, मेहर भक्ति बिन काम नहीं, लेन देन एक प्रेम की होगी, मेहर भक्ति बिन काम नहीं, मेहर का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, मेहर का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, संतों ने ये वचन कहे रे, संतों ने ये वचन कहे, दरबार पे तुझको आना है, संतों ने ये वचन कहे रे, संतों ने ये वचन कहे, दरबार पे तुझको आना है, ये सीधी राह यहाँ पर कोई ज्ञान का काम नहीं, ये सीधी राह यहाँ पर कोई ज्ञान का काम नहीं, मेहर का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, मेहर का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, कठिन दरबार में आना, नहीं कठिन दरबार में आना, हो तो दिल से आना, नहीं कठिन दरबार में आना, नहीं कठिन दरबार में आना, हो तो दिल से आना, मधुसूदन यहाँ प्रेमी चाहिए, यहाँ प्यार का काम नहीं, मधुसूदन यहाँ प्रेमी चाहिए, यहाँ प्यार का काम नहीं, मेहर का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, प्रेम प्रेम भरा है यहाँ पर, प्रेम बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, प्रेम प्रेम भरा है यहाँ पर, प्रेम बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, मेहर का दरबार है प्यारे, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, भजन बिना यहाँ काम नहीं, अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय बाबा।
Beautiful. All the way from Dehradun. You shared such beautiful songs of Madhusudhan which are not often heard. So thank you so much. I mean, this will really help. Yeah, and you are such a wonderful group with little kids and wow. Ki Jai. Yeah, Jai Baba. Thank you. And we have good number of hands and we see Nafte family there. So we thought we'll start with them. Jai Baba.
Jay Baba, Anant, and
Jai Baba.
Aditi, and every.
Jai Baba,
Jai
Jai
Baba.
Baba.
Star Meher Baba की जय। कोई नहीं, कोई नहीं, कोई न सबको जाने, मेरे ही सब जाने, जाने, मेरे ही सब जाने। ओ, कोई नहीं, कोई नहीं, कोई ना सबको जाने, मेरे ही सब जाने, जाने, मेरे ही सब जाने। ऊंचा नीचा, ज्ञानी अज्ञानी, ऊंचा नीचा, ज्ञानी अज्ञानी, छोटा नम्र बड़ा अभिमानी, छोटा नम्र बड़ा अभिमानी, दूर है पास है गलत सही है, दूर है पास है गलत सही है, कौन इसे पहचाने, कौन इसे पहचाने, मेरे ही सब जाने, जाने, मेरे ही सब जाने। राम का काम तो राम से होगा, राम का काम तो राम से होगा, कृष्ण की लीला कृष्ण रचेगा, कृष्ण की लीला कृष्ण रचेगा, अपना अपना काम अलग है, अपना अपना काम अलग है, काहे से न माने, काहे से न माने, मेरे ही सब जाने, जाने, मेरे ही सब जाने। ओ, कोई नहीं, कोई नहीं, कोई ना सबको जाने, मेरे ही सब जाने, जाने, मेरे ही सब जाने। हंसना गाना ध्यान लगाना, हंसना गाना ध्यान लगाना, प्रेम से अपनी धुन रमाना, प्रेम से अपनी धुन रमाना, सुन कर पढ़ कर सत्य परखना, सुन कर पढ़ कर सत्य परखना, राज यही दीवाने राज यही दीवाने मेहर ही सब जाने जाने मेहर ही सब जाने हो कोई नहीं कोई नहीं कोई ना सबको जाने मेहर ही सब जाने जाने मेहर ही सब जाने मधुसूदन धर्म की पीड़ा मधुसूदन धर्म की पीड़ा नहीं छुटती है सब ही बिगाड़ा नहीं छुटती है सब ही बिगाड़ा प्रेम ही देना प्रेम ही देना प्रेम ही देना प्रेम ही देना और है क्या समझाने और है क्या समझाने मेहर ही सब जाने जाने मेहर ही सब जाने ओ कोई नहीं कोई नहीं कोई ना सबको जाने मेहर ही सब जाने जाने मेहर ही सब जाने जाने मेहर ही सब जाने अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय
Wow, you guys are just tremendous. And I mean, just for everybody to know, the Nafte family has deep connections with Baba dating back to their grandparents. And the kids you see in front have it all in them. It's just shining through. Beautiful, beautiful song, and the love shines through. Thank you so much. I mean, if you can hang on, I mean, I know it's late, and I know Saturday evening is a busy day in India, a busy evening in India with all those bhajans going on at various places, and I'm sure you shared and participated in them. And so, but still, if you can hang on, we would like to listen to one or two more. So at this time, we'll go to the other family. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Yeah.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba.
Jai Mai Baba.
Everyone. So we are here from Hyderabad and we will be singing 3 bhajans, Madhusudhan uncle's bhajan, and it's a lovely evening here. The weather you can see is very, very lovely and it's a great evening. So Jai Mai Baba. Our very first song is from Prashant and Poonam. Jai Baba. अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय जब चिंता से घिर जाओ जब दुख से चैन गवाओ जब चिंता से घिर जाओ जब दुख से चैन गवाओ जब कुछ भी समझ न पाओ जब कुछ भी समझ न पाओ तो कहना मेहर बाबा जय बाबा जय बाबा जय बाबा मेहर बाबा जय बाबा जय बाबा जय बाबा मेहर बाबा जब मुश्किल में
काबा, वही काशी वही है काबा, प्यारे कहना मेहर बाबा। जय बाबा जय बाबा जय बाबा मेहर बाबा, जय बाबा जय बाबा जय बाबा मेहर बाबा। ये दुनिया एक उलझन है, ये दुनिया एक उलझन है, यहाँ माया की अनबन है, यहाँ माया की अनबन है। जो चाहे प्रेम की आभा, जो चाहे प्रेम की आभा, प्यारे कहना मेहर बाबा। जय बाबा जय बाबा जय बाबा मेहर बाबा, जय बाबा जय बाबा जय बाबा मेहर बाबा। जो जपे मेहर को हर पल, जो जपे मेहर को हर पल, वो पाए शांति का फल, वो पाए शांति का फल। मधुसूदन उजले प्रतिभा, मधुसूदन उजले प्रतिभा, गाता जा मेहर बाबा। जय बाबा जय बाबा जय बाबा मेहर बाबा, जय बाबा जय बाबा जय बाबा मेहर बाबा। जब चिंता से घिर जाओ, जब चिंता से घिर जाओ, जब दुख से चैन गवाओ, जब दुख से चैन गवाओ, जब कुछ भी समझ न पाओ, जब कुछ भी समझ न पाओ, तो कहना मेहर बाबा। जय बाबा जय बाबा जय बाबा मेहर बाबा, जय बाबा जय बाबा जय बाबा मेहर बाबा, जय बाबा जय बाबा जय बाबा मेहर बाबा, जय बाबा मेहर बाबा जय बाबा मेहर बाबा। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
Jai Baba. The next song here is will be presented by me myself, Surekha, and Praveen. And just give us a moment. We'll exchange our positions. Please excuse us.
Yeah, while you exchange your positions, I just want to say, so beautiful. I mean, you guys sang it so well. That's one of the famous Madhusudhan bhajans, Jab Chinta Se. Wonderful. Thank you so much, and we'll wait for you guys.
Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Jai Baba. Thank you for holding. Yeah, so the bhajan is प्रेमी मेहर का होना है तो सब कुछ लुटाने का वादा करो. If you want to be of Meher Baba, you'll have to sacrifice everything. You'll have to be ready to be sacrificing everything. Thank you. Jai Baba.
जय बाबा।
प्रेमी मेहर का होना है तो सब लुटाने का वादा करो. प्रेमी मेहर का होना है तो सब लुटाने का वादा करो. प्रेम देता है लेता नहीं, प्रेम की रीत समझा करो.
सुन करना नहीं दिल लगी, सोच लो फिर इरादा करो। प्रेमी महल का होना तो सब लुटाने का वादा करो। ना मरे ना बड़ी बात है, दर्द दिल में तो पैदा करो। ना मरे ना बड़ी बात है, दर्द दिल में तो पैदा करो। सिर्फ बातों से होता है क्या साथियों, कुछ अमल तो करो। सिर्फ बातों से होता है क्या साथियों, कुछ अमल तो करो। होगी मेहरबान वो, पहले उस पे भरोसा करो। होगी मेहरबान वो, पहले उस पे भरोसा करो। मधुसूदन वो दिल में ही है, दिल की आँखों से देखा करो। मधुसूदन वो दिल में ही है, दिल की आँखों से देखा करो। प्रेमी महल का होना है तो सब लुटाने का वादा करो। सब लुटाने का वादा करो। सब लुटाने का वादा करो। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। जय बाबा।
जय बाबा।
Thank you so much. Just give us one more moment. We have the exchange of position again. Thank you. Thank you for bearing us with us.
Jai Baba, that was wonderful. All of you. You guys are just tremendous. I mean, thanks again, once again. Jai Baba. And we are eager to listen to the rest. Jai Baba.
Hello, Jai Baba. Jai Baba to all. I am Madhukar Dadar and this is my family. Jai Baba. Before also we have presented some songs. Today I am going to sing one song which has a little story about the memories about the Madhusudhan and Subhadra. When my family was invited back in 1997 to Delhi program. Every year they conduct a program for 3 days and we were invited and we went there. And we came to know that Pune Bhajan Mandali is also there. So I rushed to their quarters and Madhusudhan and Subhadra were there in a room. And I said, hi Jai Baba, and I am his follower as a musician. His compositions, his poetry, his singing, his everything I like. And that day I thought, why not I should start little singing also. Before that, I used to just play tabla along other singers, Baba lovers. Then I said, sir, I want to sing one song of yours. So please go ahead. Then he suggested this song and he motivated me to go ahead and you can sing since you know playing also tabla, etc. So I sang this particular bhajan first time in my life in Delhi program. Jai Baba. So, मेहर दामन छूटे ना तुझ पे बीते हजार दुख तू हिम्मत न हार. Whether the heaven falls and the calamities or whatever the sufferings come to you, you should not, afraid and just go for repeating his name and he will be survived. That is the gist of this song. Jai Baba. गर हो नैया मझधार और टूटे पतवार, गर हो नैया मझधार और टूटे पतवार, मेहर दामन छूटे ना मेहर दामन छूटे ना तुझ पे बीते हजार दुख तू हिम्मत ना हार. मेहर दामन छूटे ना ओ मेहर दामन छूटे ना ओ मेहर दामन छूटे ना गर हो नैया मझधार और टूटे पतवार, गर हो नैया मझधार टूटे पतवार, मेहर दामन छूटे ना मेहर दामन छूटे ना तुझ पे बीते हजार दुख तू हिम्मत ना हार. मेहर दामन छूटे ना ओ मेहर दामन छूटे ना ओ मेहर दामन छूटे ना डगमगाते हुए हिचकिचाते हुए कोई जाता है पीछे मिलन को, कोई जाता है पीछे मिलन को. पी तो ऐसे नगर जिसकी ऊंची डगर, जिसकी ऊंची डगर, जाना हाथों में लेकर जिगर को, ओ जाना हाथों में लेकर जिगर को. छोड़ तन मन के आस तोड़ माया के पास. मेहर दामन छूटे ना ओ मेहर दामन छूटे ना ओ मेहर दामन छूटे ना लगन ही नहीं भूले ना खुद को ही, ओ लगन ही नहीं भूले ना खुद को ही. तू तो लिपटा है अपने ही आप में, तू तो लिपटा है अपने ही आप में. मन तो माने नहीं मस्त अपने में ही, मन तो माने नहीं मस्त अपने में ही. डूबे प्रीतम ना प्रेमी ना प्रेम में, ओ डूबे प्रीतम ना प्रेमी ना प्रेम में. छोड़ तन मन की आस तोड़ माया के पार. मेहर दामन छूटे ना ओ मेहर दामन छूटे ना मेहर दामन प्रीत क्या चीज है सुना तूने भी है, प्रीत क्या चीज है सुना तूने भी है। यहाँ सर्वस्व करना न्यौछावर, यहाँ सर्वस्व करना न्यौछावर। तू न दुनिया रहे पी ही केवल रहे, तू न दुनिया रहे पी ही केवल रहे। ऐसी मजबूरी होती यहाँ पर, ऐसी मजबूरी होती यहाँ पर। यूं चलेगा अगर मधुसूदन अमर, चलेगा अगर मधुसूदन अमर। तेरा संयम छूटे ना छूटे ना, ओ तेरा संयम छूटे ना छूटे ना। छोड़ तन मन की आस दौड़ माया के पास। मेहर दामन छूटे ना ना, ओ मेहर दामन छूटे ना। तुझ पे बीते हजार दुख तो हिम्मत ना हार। मेहर दामन छूटे ना, ओ मेहर दामन छूटे ना, ओ मेहर दामन छूटे ना। तुझ पे बीते हजार दुख तो हिम्मत ना, मेहर दामन छूटे ना, ओ मेहर दामन छूटे ना, ओ मेहर दामन छूटे ना। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
जय बाबा।
Wow. That's a spirit. That's, I mean, the loud
Thank you
Avatar
so
Meher
much.
Baba ki jai after singing reminds me of Madhusudhan singing and the loud Avatar Meher Baba ki jai after. Very beautiful.
Thank you so much. Jai
Thank
Meher
you.
Baba.
Thank you very much. Jai Baba.
And I want to thank you all for that wonderful video you guys put together last year in August. That was about Madhusudhan's Baba's poet laureate Madhusudan.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. In fact, the initial biography we took of Madhusudan is from the words that Prashant Ahir, I think, read in that thing. Very beautiful. Very
Jai Baba, Jai Baba.
Jai
Thank you so
Baba.
much. We will be doing one of those programs again in August
Oh, nice.
for Madhusudan uncle.
Yeah, yeah,
Madhusudan uncle's first meet with Meher Baba. So
yeah.
we are also looking forward for that program. Thank you so much. Jai Meher Baba.
Just wonderful, just wonderful. So thanks for all those beautiful songs. I mean, you guys are blessed, really blessed family. And
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
thanks
much.
Baba.
Madhukarji for and the kids. The kids do wonderful job, and your daughter-in-laws and your wife,
Yes.
everybody. It's a whole
Thank
family.
you very much.
Yeah.
It's
Jai Meher
it's
Baba.
Baba who is after them and us to do something for
So
people. He's
so wonderful.
lovers.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
this is a Madhusudan sharing. Otherwise, I would ask you to share one of your famous kavalis. But next time, but
Next time, better
yeah,
next time.
yeah.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba,
Jai
Jai
Baba.
Baba.
Jai
Thank you
Baba.
again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. And now we go to Shraddha. Jai Baba. Shraddha.
Jai Baba, everyone. Sorry, just starting the video. My sister Namrata already spoke, and she was behind me. Okay, tell at least one story, tell at least one story, since we've been with Madhusudan. And we were fortunate to listen firsthand all the stories about Baba. One story that touched my heart, and it's the most memorable in my memories, about how Baba had given darshan in Pandharpur when he visited Gadge Maharaj ashram, and he had invited Gadge Maharaj had invited Baba to Pandharpur, and he stood there just like Lord Vithala. I can share my screen so you guys. I don't know if this story was shared. I think I'll need. host access in order to share my screen, or I can send the picture if someone can give me permission. Prakash ji, can I have permission to share the
Yeah, let me
screen?
let me try.
Sorry.
I used to be a host, and somehow my laptop just shut down. So I'm trying to. I'm now a co-host, so I don't know if I can do that. Play sound. Allow participant unmute. I unfortunately don't see. Mm, oh God, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
no problem.
yeah,
Well, I can still continue telling the story. So,
yeah.
um, Lord Vithala, as everybody know, he's one of the avatars, or as well as Krishna or Vishnu. And Baba obliged, and he went to Gadge Maharaj ashram. There's a big story around that. I'm pretty sure Pratap ji shared the story as well in one of his, one of his recurring meetings. Um, so very particular instance when Baba was standing by the Chandrabhaga River in Pandharpur. He stood there right the same way as Lord Vithala would stand in the Pandharpur temple. And he asked Madhusudan right on the spot to compose a song, compose a bhajan, and sing it right then. And Madhusudan wasn't ready with a song then. What he did was quickly grab a piece of, I think, a tissue paper or something that was fallen down on the ground somewhere. And he grabbed someone else's pen in the pocket. He didn't have anything. And he started writing something on the fly because Baba had said, sing for me right now. And as he was posing like Lord Vithala, and Madhusudan composed this song, Aho Ala Pahadeva Ala. And I mean the words of that song are just very touching and beautiful. To say a couple lines, Baba when he was standing that way, come see the God himself, the Lord himself is standing right here in front of you in flesh and bones. What are you doing? Taking his darshan of the stone that's inside the temple. um, and here the Lord is standing in flesh and bones. That was just a very beautiful incident that Madhusudan would share often. And there's some very brief history behind this very popular song, Aho Ala Pahadeva Ala. Two lines that very peculiar strike me every time I think about that song. He says, life is one big gamble anyway. Eka जीवन ही एक जुगार, एका जन्माची काय फिकीर, कोटी जन्मात एक लावा डावावर, कोटी जन्मात एक लावा डावावर, मधुसूदन हो दैवी हवाला. This life is a gamble anyway. Why worry about one life? Why don't, amongst these millions of lifetimes, why don't you put one life on the, why don't you bet one of your lives for the Lord, for the beloved? Very beautifully composed song, and this happened to be all on the spot. I mean, just Baba's wonders how he was so very gifted. It all came about in like a few moments. It wasn't even pre-thought or anything. It just happened as if Baba was working through him. Jai Baba. So I just wanted to share this one beautiful story quickly.
Beautiful. Shraddha, I think you can share screen if you want to show the picture that you wanted to share. Try it. Give it a
Oh,
shot.
great.
Yeah.
Let me try doing this. So are you guys able to see my screen at all?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Baba standing in Pandharpur, the river that you see here, Chandrabhaga River, and you can see so much crowd of people coming. It was, I think, around Ekadashi time frame where a lot of Varkaris, they travel on foot. they don't take any means or mechanisms. They travel barefooted many times from rural areas, villages, all over the place. Like Maharashtra, one of my grandfathers, my dad's side grandfather, would walk all the way from near Nagpur area, like Western Maharashtra, all the way to Pandharpur, barefooted with minimal things just to take darshan on Ekadashi in Pandharpur. So you can see so many people there, and Baba is standing by the Chandrabhaga River. This river is supposed to be very sacred as well. Baba is standing right here. Gadge Maharaj is right next to him. I think Madhusudan was somewhere behind. You can see Thade, LB Thade Kaka and others behind there. And Baba is ordering them, come sing a song for me right now. And he's composing, he's scrambling, writing something, and and then on the spot he's singing. It was just very miraculous the way he described it. So this was one incident. I was going to, based upon time, I was going to share another one, quick one. I think many people also spoke about how Baba wanted to visit Madhusudan's house. And Madhusudan, as we all know, was a very, I think, not very well to do. He was actually, he didn't have a very big place. He had a very small, tiny house, a very little room. He barely made meats. He barely made an earning to survive. And in fact, Baba would be so concerned about his, daily wages and living and stuff that he had offered a monthly some kind of monthly support for his system, for his family and all of that stuff. So Baba took care of his family, but Madhusudan would never invite Baba at his house. The primary reason being, he always thought that whenever Baba visited families, he took his entire gang together, and his house was so tiny that he won't be able to fit all of them in his house. And, even though he wished that Baba came to his house, he had to always say, no, Baba, please don't come to my house. Wherever you go, there are so many people following you, and I don't have enough room in my house to fit all those people. Somehow, on his birthday or so, I learned from Arvind Luck recently, Baba happened to visit his house. He just gave a surprise visit, and Madhusudan was sent a message. He was at his work. He didn't know that Baba was visiting him. And suddenly there's on the streets, there's like huge crowds gathered. The Baba, of course, came with so many people for his house visit during that time. And Madhusudan sent this message, you are called back home immediately. Baba is in your house. And he's surprised. How come Baba already here without informing me? And he goes inside the house. Subhadra was informed earlier on that Baba was going to be there. So she had made some basic preparations. I think Baba loved bhajis. She made bhajis during that time in the house. And the way she had described this story to us was she was not sure how many bhajis to be made. And of course, they were very, low income kind of family. She tried to make as many as she could. And they were distributing it to everybody who came. And, she was like, I'm pretty sure we are going to run out. I'm pretty sure we are going to run out. But, to her surprise, she found even after they left, there were plenty for everybody. As if, through miracle, something, Baba had just taken care of everything, and everybody nicely fit in the house. Of course, they had to divide it into two batches. First batch came, and then the next, after the first batch left, the second batch came. They all enjoyed it there, and Baba just very lovingly took care of everything. This photo is of Subhadra sharing the bhaji she made, and Baba is, really relishing those. He had, given this sign to Subhadra. He really loved the bhajis, and so I think on various special occasions, bhajis were made for Baba. He really enjoyed them. So those two stories I wanted to share really quickly. I know there are other people who want to share other beautiful stories. Thank you so much. What a lovely gathering today in Madhusudan's remembrance. Jai Baba.
Thanks, Shraddha. That is beautiful. I mean, I did hear the same story by Arvind Lack, and but this picture is just adding a lot of value to what you just shared, and picture of Gadge Maharaj and Baba at what is that? Which river is that? The name of the river?
It's called Chandrabhaga.
Chandrabhaga. There is
Yeah,
good story about it. I mean, very sacred and everything. Yeah.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
just wonderful, and thanks for all the share you. I mean, the origin of Ala Pahadeva Ala story. I mean, song.
yeah. It's a
Beautiful.
very beautiful story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you.
Jai Baba.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna stop sharing.
yeah, please.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thanks again.
Jai
Wonderful.
Baba.
And we now go to Bill. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba again, everybody. As you all probably know, Madhusudhan also wrote songs in English. One very wonderful song, Beloved Mayhair, but I think that the song he's most noted for is We Welcome You, which I believe was written for the 1969 Darshan. So I'm going to play a recording from 1974 of when he and his family in his home sung that song. And of course, I was kind of overwhelmed. It was almost like they were singing it to me, but they were singing it to all the Westerners. But before I do that, I just came upon a few notes from Madhusudhan's visit to Mehrabad in 1999, October 31st. They had come to hear several of the Westerners and some of the Indians perform at a concert at Hostel A at the theater down there. And after the concert, we were sitting in the Pilgrim Center just on the veranda. He shared a couple of stories which I'd like to share with you. They're kind of cute. He said that at one point his mother wanted to send a garland to Baba at Guru Prasad, and she insisted on sending a sweets garland. Well, he was very embarrassed about this because this is not something you do. You send flowers to Baba, but he reluctantly purchased a sweets garland, and brought it to Guru Prasad, but he was very embarrassed. So he placed it outside with a pile of other garlands, and he went in to sit before Baba, and almost immediately Baba starts gesturing, I smell something sweet. I smell something sweet. So he sent one of the mandali out to look, and sure enough, the sweets garland was brought in. And right away it was placed on Baba's lap, and Baba started picking from it and eating from it. And then he sort of gestured, who brought this? Who brought this? Then he looks directly at Madhusudhan, and he said, Madhusudhan, did you bring this? And sheepishly, Madhusudhan said yes. And at this point, the mandali all started begging for sweets. So Baba distributed the garland to all the mandali, and he gave the string back to Madhusudhan to take home as his prasad to Madhusudhan's mother. So I really like that story. Then he also told the story of how a famous woman classical singer and her daughter had come to sing for Baba for a fee. And after warming up and singing a bit, she just paused and turned to Baba and asked her, Baba, do you know classical singing? And I believe Baba gestured yes. And after the pause, she went back to her singing and found that she completely forgotten all the words to the song that she had wanted to sing. And her daughter had to prompt her. And Madhusudhan said, well, this was Baba's just Baba's joke on her. So that evening, Madhusudhan and Subhadra came to the Samadhi to do arti. Now, at this point, 1999, Madhusudhan had a stroke. So he could not play the harmonium, but he could certainly sing. So he and Subhadra were introduced by Naju Kotwal as the singers for that evening. And she stood up and she said, she was almost trembling with excitement. She said, we have the great pleasure of having the greatest singers of the Avataric age with us tonight. And no one else dared pick up a guitar or a harmonium or anything. They were given the privilege of singing that whole arti. It's the only arti I've ever been, which was totally Madhusudhan and Subhadra. And the next day, they of course sang at morning arti, and they sang Beloved Mayhair and several other songs. But before they were to depart, we again were sitting on the veranda of the Pilgrim Center, and Subhadra said several things that I felt were very touching. She said, our whole life has been at Baba's feet. We sing to make him happy. Now we sing to make him happy, and you all, and referring to the Westerners there, and you're singing and love make us happy. And she had tears in her eyes as she said this. And then she said, Baba's universal work was very, very hard. But he told us, your singing lightens my burden and makes me happy. And he would call them on the spot. And they said, Subhadra said, and now, and she said this with tears in her eyes again, they feel his love and see his godhood in us Westerners. And then finally she said, Bill, remember this. The flood in 1962, there were huge waves. Their house was inundated. And they got the children out and got them in time to safety. And they returned and there was nothing left. And they thought, has anyone come to see us? Will anyone come to see us? And then she said that Baba came, and Baba gestured, were you afraid? Yes, Baba, we were very, very afraid. And Baba said, don't be afraid, for I'm always with you. And then he added, you see, this is just the beginning of the destruction. So she wanted me to remember that as a lesson for future events that may come. So this is a recording of We Welcome You. I think I'll play, as long as we have the time, I think I'll play the whole recording. It's such a great song. Sung by Madhusudhan and Subhadra with their daughter, I believe her name was Mira, playing the little tulls or the cymbals, and their son, I can't remember his name, playing tablas.
We welcome you, O lovers of the earth. How do you do? How are you? Please tell us your welcome. We welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you. O lovers of the earth. Baba, Baba. We see heaven if you were born. How can we miss heaven? We see heaven if you were born. Because heaven resides in the lover's heart forever. Because heaven resides in the lover's heart forever. How are you? How are you? Please tell us your welfare. We welcome you. We welcome you. Oh, lovers of the earth. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. We are happy to see you all. We are happy to see you all. Jai Baba, Jai Baba, say on. 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 Sing together and remember sacred name of prayer. Sing together and remember sacred name of prayer. How do you do? How are you? Tell us your welfare. We welcome you. We welcome you. Oh, lovers of prayer. Ba 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 ba. While there should be barriers, we kissed her. You kissed her. While there should be barriers, we kissed her.
We welcome you. We welcome you. Oh, lovers of Mehar. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Mehar Dara. Mehar Nate. Verso Mehar. Will happen soon, sooner, sooner. Mehar Nate. Verso Mehar. Will happen soon, sooner, sooner. Will happen soon, sooner, sooner. Will happen soon, sooner, sooner. Let anyone say anything we do not have here. Let anyone say anything we do not have here. How one we say that we welcome you. We welcome you. Oh, lovers of Mehar. Ba 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 ba. Mehar Baba. Come let us live. Yes, this is it. We should not have only speeches. Come let us live in messages. We should not have only speeches. No ism than humanism, we brothers and sisters. No ism than humanism, we brothers and sisters. How do you do? How are you? Tell us your welfare. We welcome you. We welcome you. Lovers of Mehar. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Mehar Baba. We love it as we love, not because what we declare. We love it as we love, not because what we declare. Not because what we declare. Not because what we declare. We will only hold His love, singing Mehar Mehar. We will only hold His love, singing Mehar Mehar. How do you do? How are you? Tell us your welfare. We welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you. Oh, lovers of Mehar. So that's that wonderful song. I don't know how long the program's going to go on, but if you'd like to close at some, whenever you want to close, Prakash, I have the whole family singing that beautiful arti that he wrote for Baba.
Now we can go on. I mean, there is no limit. I don't think there is any program
No.
till 2 o'clock.
I don't know if any of the singers out there are taking requests. I would love to hear the song Subhamire Bolo Pramese Bolo
Oh yeah,
Mera Prabhu Na Na Na.
right.
You got but anyway, I can only sing the verse. But
Now we can try. I mean, let's see if
Anand
Anand,
can sing, Prakash,
Anand, yeah,
and then
Anand,
after you can sing.
yeah,
Before Anand takes, I just want to make some announcement. I don't want to sing a song,
yeah.
but those who wants to access to Madhusudhan songs, because I had around about 172 recorded songs of Madhusudhan, which I've given to the Hyderabad Center, to Meher Tej, Larry Thatcher, and people. They are working on that. Out of which 42 are original songs, which is recorded from 1963 to 1970s. There are 42 songs.
wow.
And rest are other 13 CDs. In audio 360 tapes, there are 130 songs, out of which they are able to restore round about 102 songs. And out of 102 now, rightly 82 songs, they kept it on website. that you can go to the Play Store, that is free website. You can go to the website that's called that's called Dhun, Meher Dhun. That is,
Okay.
you got round about, there are two versions, two parts of that. One is Pratap and other is Madhusudan. In
Oh,
Madhusudan also again two, in Marathi song and Hindi song. They can go to the Play Store and just uh, go for the Meher Dhun.
oh,
You can get all the songs.
so that's
And
the
other
app.
one,
Yeah.
Meher Dhun app, sorry.
Yeah.
And other one is Mehrabad Movements. Also, you got few original songs of Madhusudan. That is, you can go to Google and type for Mehrabad Movements, you'll have. And there are few songs which are also available on Meher channel.
Okay.
Meher channel Hyderabad. You have few songs.
Yeah.
And also there are 27 songs of Madhusudan available on Madhusudan own voice, which that is on Meher. If you go to Madhusudan Bhajans on YouTube, you'll get it. So people who can listen to original voice of Madhusudan, they can try that. That will be better. That I want to share that. And out of totally, he has written 350, out of which 296 Hindi songs, 4 English songs, and 50 Marathi songs. Out of which we can able to restore the Hyderabad group, Meher, Gopi, and Pani, and they all were able to restore around about 132 to 172 songs in during course, and few songs which are only, if voice is not available, they are singing in the song in the original tune. They are singing, not in the deviated or any deviation from the original tune. So you can enjoy, and Nafte family can sing that bolo, then also Gaate Chalo.
Yeah.
Jai Meher Baba.
Jai Baba, Anant, Aditi, and
Jai Baba.
yeah. You guys, there is a request here. I wonder if you can fulfill that request. This is Sab Milu Bolo by Bill. Bill wanted to listen to that song.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. Great.
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. सब मिल बोलो, प्रेम से बोलो, बोलो मेहर प्रभु नाम 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 नाम. बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम 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 काम. बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम. बोलो सब मिल बोलो, प्रेम से बोलो, बोलो मेहर प्रभु नाम 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 नाम. बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम 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 काम. बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम. कितना सुंदर रूप मेहर का, सबसे मीठा नाम मेहर का. कितना सुंदर रूप मेहर का, सबसे मीठा नाम मेहर का. मेहर ही फिर मेहर करेगा, मेहर ही फिर मेहर करेगा. लेके देखो तो जरा नाम 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 नाम. लेके देखो तो जरा नाम 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 नाम. बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम 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 काम. बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम. बोलो सब मिल बोलो, प्रेम से बोलो, बोलो मेहर प्रभु नाम 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 नाम. बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम 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 काम. बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम. यूं तो वाणी सारे काम 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 बनेंगे सारे काम बोलो सब मिल बोलो प्रेम से बोलो बोलो मेहर प्रभु नाम 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 बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम 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 बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम मेहर प्रेम का ज्ञान का सागर अनुभव कर ले तू ही निरंतर मेहर प्रेम का ज्ञान का सागर अनुभव कर ले तू ही निरंतर जो तू पल पल खोजे अंतर जो तू पल पल खोजे अंतर मेहर जपेगा सुबह शाम 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 मेहर जपेगा सुबह शाम 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 बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम 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 बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम बोलो सब मिल बोलो प्रेम से बोलो बोलो मेहर प्रभु नाम 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 बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम 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 बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम नहीं जानो क्या भाग में पाया जिसने मुझको पी से मिलाया नहीं जानो क्या भाग में पाया जिसने मुझको पी से मिलाया मधुसूदन ने सब कुछ पाया मधुसूदन ने सब कुछ पाया अब तो बसा हूँ मेहर धाम 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 अब तो बसा हूँ मेहर धाम 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 बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम 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 बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम बोलो सब मिल बोलो प्रेम से बोलो बोलो मेहर प्रभु नाम 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 बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम 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 बिगड़े बनेंगे सारे काम बोलो भाई मेहर मेहर बोलो भाई मेहर में सारे बोलो मेहर मेहर सारे बोलो मेहर मेहर जोर से बोलो प्रेम से बोलो वो बेघर घर मेहर बोलो मेहर 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 सबका प्यारा मेहर मेहर सबका प्यारा मेहर मेहर सबसे न्यारा मेहर मेहर सबसे न्यारा मेहर मेहर है रखवाला दीन दयाला प्रिय उजियाला मेहर बोलो मेहर 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 सुख में बोलो मेहर मेहर सुख में बोलो मेहर मेहर दुख में बोलो मेहर मेहर दुख में बोलो मेहर मेहर हर हालत में भूल न जाना हर दम जपना मेहर बोलो मेहर 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 धर्म एक है मेहर मेहर धर्म एक है मेहर मेहर जाति और जात न पात मेहर मेहर सारे मानव एक प्रभु के माता पिता है मेहर बोलो मेहर 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 मंदिर में है मेहर मेहर मंदिर में है मेहर मेहर मस्जिद में भी मेहर मेहर मस्जिद में भी मेहर मेहर गुरुद्वारे में गिरजा घर में मधुसूदन है मेहर बोलो मेहर 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 अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय.
Wow, Bill, you must be happy, and like we are all here. So beautiful. I mean, just remembered Madhusudan sharing the song. I mean, you guys sang exactly the same way, and so pleasing, so wonderful. And now I think you should share what you thought of sharing earlier before the request. Whatever you had in your mind, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I know it's late.
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. मेहर की लगाई रट हमने हृदय में प्रभु जी आ जाना. मझधार में नैया है हमरी साहिल पे लगाने आ जाना. मेहर की लगाई रट हमने हृदय में प्रभु जी आ जाना. धार में नैया है हमरी साहिल पे लगाने आ जाना. आज माया ने सबको है घेरा चाहिए एक तेरा सहारा. आज माया ने सबको है घेरा चाहिए एक तेरा सहारा. मदमोह भरे इस जीवन में मदमोह भरे इस जीवन में सत्य प्रेम जगाने आ जाना. हृदय में प्रभु जी आ जाना. मेहर की लगाई रट हमने हृदय में प्रभु जी आ जाना. फैला अज्ञान का अंधियारा कर दे जीवन में सबके उजाला. फैला अज्ञान का अंधियारा कर दे जीवन में सबके उजाला. इस झूठ कपट के जालों से इस झूठ कपट के जालों से बंदों को छुड़ाने आ जाना. हृदय में प्रभु जी आ जाना. मेहर की लगाई रट हमने हृदय में प्रभु जी आ जाना. तेरे चौखट पे आके खड़े हैं कुछ कुछ न कुछ दिल में अरमान ये है, तेरे चौखट पे आके खड़े हैं। कुछ न कुछ दिल में अरमान ये है, किसे कुछ होना, किसे कुछ होना, किसे कुछ होना, किसे कुछ होना, किसे तू होना। आ जाना हृदय में प्रभु जी, आ जाना। मेहर की लगाई रट हमने हृदय में प्रभु जी, आ जाना। तूने जो भी कहा हो रहा है, देख कर आदमी सो रहा है। तूने जो भी कहा हो रहा है, देख कर आदमी सो रहा है। इस मूर्खता की निद्रा को, इस मूर्खता की निद्रा को जीवन से मिटाने आ जाना हृदय में प्रभु जी, आ जाना। मेहर की लगाई रट हमने हृदय में प्रभु जी, आ जाना। सबकी आँखों पे पर्दा पड़ा है, तेरे चेहरे पे पर्दा नहीं है। सबकी आँखों पे पर्दा पड़ा है, तेरे चेहरे पे पर्दा नहीं है। बंदे टकराते आपस में, बंदे टकराते आपस में, उन्हें राह दिखाने आ जाना हृदय में जी, आ जाना। मेहर की लगाई रट हमने हृदय में प्रभु जी, आ जाना। तुझे आना है, आना ही होगा, प्रेमियों को बचाना ही होगा। तुझे आना है, आना ही होगा, प्रेमियों को बचाना ही होगा। मधुसूदन तब तो आन रहे, मधुसूदन तब तो आन रहे। अब आ जाना, अब आ जाना हृदय में प्रभु जी, आ जाना। मेहर की लगाई रट हमने हृदय में प्रभु जी, आ जाना। मझधार में नैया है हमरे साहिल पे लगाने आ जाना। मेहर की लगाई रट हमने हृदय में प्रभु जी, आ जाना। हृदय में प्रभु जी, आ जाना। हृदय में प्रभु जी, आ जाना। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
Wow. You guys are just really blessed. So nice. You won't believe it. I thought of requesting you this song, and it just happened. Baba listens to you. I mean, so thankful to you for sharing all these wonderful songs.
Jai
And I know it's very late. It's 11 your time. Yeah, yeah. So, are you up for one or two? I don't know.
We can
No,
do
I mean,
one.
one. Maybe then there is a request for Gate Chalo.
Okay.
Yeah. By Meher Prasad. Yeah.
गाते चलो गाते चलो
मेहर मेहर गाते चलो मेहर मेहर गाते चलो गाते चलो गाते चलो गाते चलो गाते चलो मेहर मेहर गाते चलो मेहर मेहर गाते चलो काम करते चलो काम करते चलो काम करते चलो काम करते चलो नाम जपते चलो नाम जपते चलो नाम जपते चलो नाम जपते चलो सत्य कहते चलो सत्य कहते चलो सत्य कहते चलो सत्य कहते चलो झूठ तजते चलो झूठ तजते चलो मेहर धन का खजाना बढ़ाते चलो मेहर धन का खजाना बढ़ाते चलो मेहर मेहर गाते चलो मेहर मेहर गाते चलो सुख में भूलो नहीं सुख में भूलो नहीं सुख में भूलो नहीं सुख में भूलो नहीं दुख में भूलो नहीं दुख में भूलो नहीं दुख में भूलो नहीं दुख में भूलो नहीं मुस्कुराते चलो मुस्कुराते चलो मुस्कुराते चलो मुस्कुराते चलो हंसते गाते चलो हंसते गाते चलो प्रेम जीवन की धारा बहाते चलो प्रेम जीवन की धारा बहाते चलो मेहर मेहर गाते चलो मेहर मेहर गाते चलो जिसमें मेहर नहीं जिसमें मेहर नहीं जिसमें मेहर नहीं जिसमें मेहर नहीं वो तो जीवन नहीं वो तो जीवन नहीं वो तो जीवन नहीं वो तो जीवन नहीं मैं मिटाते चलो मैं मिटाते चलो मैं मिटाते चलो मैं मिटाते चलो मैं मेहर ले चलो मैं मेहर ले चलो मधुसूदन मेहर में समाते चलो प्रेमी जन हो मेहर में समाते चलो मेहर में गाते चलो मेहर में गाते चलो गाते चलो गाते चलो गाते चलो गाते चलो मेहर मेहर गाते चलो मेहर मेहर गाते चलो 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 मेहर मेहर जय जय मेहर 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 मेहर गाते चलो गाते चलो गाते चलो गाते चलो मेहर मेहर गाते चलो मेहर मेहर गाते चलो मेहर 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 गाते चलो
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
Wow. Thanks again, Anant, and
Aditi and
Adit,
Antara.
Antara, all of you,
Jai
all
Baba.
of you, just beautiful. And we wish you Baba full dreams and have a good night. I mean, you guys have been wonderful. And thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. And now we might want to conclude with what Bill has. Bill, I'm sure you have something. You have Aarti, I believe.
Yes,
And also,
Madhusudhan.
I'm
Yes,
sorry, I thought you said you have Gate Chalo also sung by Madhusudhan, right?
that one I don't have.
Okay, then let's
I
have,
do have his arti that he composed for
yeah,
Baba.
then let's listen to Aarti and then we can conclude the program. Jai Baba.